Hey friends, welcome back. It is Lori here. I am back with another book review of what my fourth grader read this past school year. If you're new to our channel, I am Lori, one of the twins, and I am a mom of two and I homeschool my daughters. And so I like to do book reviews to give other moms options of what are some good books to read for your kids depending on what age they're at. Make sure to check out all my previous book review videos. I have done all the other ages from second, third grade and on, and I've also done a whole bunch of family devotions and read alouds that I highly recommend. More of those videos, of course, will be coming as well. So make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of those videos or any other homeschool updates. I'm here in our temporary setup for our schoolroom. As if you're new to my story as well, we just moved into our new home, so we're still like cleaning, organizing, figuring everything out. So this is my temporary setup. I have to keep track of the books she's read. I had a whole bunch. Some of these up here she already has ready to start reading next year or over the summer, but I'll focus on the ones that she did read. This is a setup for her sister next year. All right, so one book that she read, I believe it is a series, but I only bought the first book because I wanted to make sure she liked it before I bought it. It is the Mouse Scouts. I forget how many are in this series, maybe 4 books. I can't remember, but it's about Girl Scouts in a way. She doesn't do any form of Girl Scouts or American Heritage. She has friends that do American Heritage, which is a Christian version of Girl Scouts actually in our community here. But she's never done it, so I wasn't sure if she was really going to like these storylines. So I just got her the first book of it. But she liked it. She enjoyed it. The characters are fun and she liked the storyline and the friendships in it. But I didn't buy any more of the series because she wasn't like, yes, I want to keep reading this series. I want to see what else happens. So it's a good read. Those of you maybe are more of a Girl Scout interest, maybe they'll get more into it. But it's an easy read. The font size is like the normal font size, I feel, for a third and fourth grader. Has a few pictures throughout the storyline, a few graphics and stuff. But again, she enjoyed it. It is a chapter book. This is a chapter book. I told you it is a series as well, but she only got the first book of this series. So you can look into that one for your kids. Next series that she read is The Forced Diaries. And I think this actually has lots of different books in this series. I only got the first 3 books because, again, I wanted to make sure she liked it. My kids do like books around dogs and horses and stuff. But what's interesting, at first, she was unsure of this series, but then she grew to like it. And then I remember her when her younger sister was setting up her books to read next year. She's putting this, oh, I really like those stories. And I was like, oh, it's interesting. I didn't think she really did like them, but hearing her tell her sister that she really liked them, she must have liked them. The reason why I know she was hard at first for her because it comes from I believe, the forces perspective. So the forces telling the story going on. I think that was kind of different for her to follow along and get, but obviously she ended up liking it because she told her sister she liked it. These are chapter books as well. I told you, I think there's a whole bunch in this series. All right, so this first book was about 100 pages, so about 100 average page book. There are some pictures that do take up a full page in this book. Granted, I did not pre-read this series before she read it, so I really don't know that much about it. Besides, told you she was getting into it coming from the forces perspective, but then she ended up liking them, and she loved learning at the end of each book. They tell you more about whatever type of horse that was in the storyline, and she loved facts. She loved learning stuff like that, so she would always read to us out loud the last few things that she learned about the horse, and then at the end where it was, I believe this first story took place in Iceland. She gave us at the end, gives you all the facts about Iceland, I believe, and stuff. So she enjoyed these horse diaries. I guess I could ask her if she wants me to buy more for this school year, but I have other books I want to show you. But anyway, if your girls are into horses and want some just good wholesome stories about horses and what they go through, I recommend this. Vocabulary, I told you I didn't pre-read these, so I don't know much about the vocabulary. She read these. She didn't really have to call over to me too much. You're like, Mom, what's this word? What is this word? What does it mean? She got through these pretty much on her own. She is a decently strong reader. Font size, I feel, is like a normal font size. It's not too small, but not too big either. It's just like a normal font size. And I think overall, like, again, she knows to come to me if something is hard or she has an issue with the book, and she didn't really come to me for any of these. So I feel like they're just good, simple storylines. And some other books here that I have lined up that she finished reading the Ramona book. If you want to see what her thoughts of the Ramona book, go and check out my last year's school video for her video, and same with the Boxcar Children. Those are some books that she read last year. If you want to see those, I won't go over those. The next series that she read and absolutely loved, which again, she is my reader that I have to really make sure I'm finding books that engage her, was the Baxter series book, and it is a 5-book series. She loved these. Again, she every once in a while had me come over to help with a word or whatever, but in general, These kept her engaged. She was actually excited to read. When I told her, okay, it's time to go do your independent reading, she had no problem reading these books, sitting down. Sometimes she would go beyond. I usually try to encourage my kids to read 30 minutes. She would sometimes go beyond 30 minutes. So she really enjoyed these. And every once in a while, she'll tell me what's going on in the storyline, and we're just so excited about them. So truly, truly wholesome, good storyline. Nothing crazy in here. Fun stories, super engaging and delightful stories. Show you some of what it looks like inside so you can get a feel. There are chapter books. They're pretty thick and heavy. This book here is a 290 book, but I think roughly they all average about that. So they're pretty long and hefty chapter books. They are definitely more advanced books. And at the end, they have like these family activities that you can do with your family or just questions to ask. But again, she loved these stories. She had no problem reading these. And there's a few pictures here and there in these storylines. And the font size, again, I would say is like decent. It's not super small. I feel like it's just like a normal, getting a little bit more advanced for a fourth grader to read. But she loved it. So highly, highly recommend the Baxter family series. I got all these books right off Amazon. So I'll make sure to hook up that so you guys can get the exact same books that I got. This was another book that I had on her to read last year. I keep track of when I see another mom on Instagram, anybody mentioned a book. This was one of them. Can't remember on the top of my head if there's any other books in this series. I want to say there is, but I'm not sure. But this is the Gooseberry Park book. And it says it's recommended for ages 8 to 12. My daughter was 10 when she read this for all these books, and she liked it. It's a funny little comedy. It had a little bit of humor in it. It's a simple story, but she liked it. It has a few pictures. Again, the font size, I would say it's about the same size as that Baxter family, but it has a little bit more pictures in it, but she liked it. I didn't get any more. I believe if there is a series, I didn't get any more of it. I just another book for her to read, and she enjoyed it. So another little fun book for you to look into. Another book that she enjoyed, that I heard from other moms recommended is The Cricket in Times Square. And this, I believe, from the author has a few other books from this author. I think this is a standalone story, but the author, I think, has other ones, I believe. Anyway, she liked it. I did not, again, another book I did not pre-read before she read it. I try to do that if I can, or listen to other moms' recommendations. This is a chapter book, over 130-page chapter book. The font size, again, it's kind of like all the other ones, so definitely more advanced font size for advanced readers. The vocab is good. The storyline is fun. There is a few pictures to spark the imagination, but not overly pictures. It is black and white. She definitely enjoyed this book. So another standalone book if you want for your fourth grader, if you're interested in another book to read, is The Cricket in Times Square. I highly recommend that as well. And that is it for the books. I believe all the other ones up here, some of them she hasn't read yet, so I'll get to those in a future video. But all the other ones I've done in previous videos, so I'll make sure we hook up all that. And like I said, just make sure you subscribe to Michelle and I's channel. We have a lot coming your way between homeschooling reviews, got a lot of health and fitness stuff coming. Of course, I'm middle of, told you, in a new home, so I'm giving a whole bunch of homesteading and house update videos. So make sure you stay tuned for all of that. And on top of that, we also are still doing our Bible studies. Right now, up on our YouTube channel, we've done going through the book of Matthew. Coming up, we have the Gospel of Mark and eventually the Gospel of John and moving forward. And then we also do nighttime reading books as well. So we actually are at nighttime going through the Bible and reading the whole Bible again. So as I'm filming this, we're in the middle of going through the book of Joshua. So we already read the first 5 books of the Bible. And so we're kind of sharing our thoughts here on YouTube. Once we finish a book, we kind of share things that we're noticing. These are not, again, deep dive Bible studies. These are just generally things that we're noticing. Encourage you to get in, read his word, and take some takeaways as well along with this. So make sure, again, you follow us over on Instagram. We are Lori and Michelle over there. Michelle and I will be back with more videos.